Good morning everybody. It's 10 to 7 in the morning. I'm going to be leaving for work in about 15 minutes and I'm just getting my lunch ready. I had a really late night last night, so I didn't get myself organised the night before. William's getting minded at our house by one of his grandparents, which is really awesome of them. And yeah, first day back in ICU. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'll get through it. I've worked in this intensive care unit before a couple of years ago, so I feel like I'm going home in a sense because all my friends still work there and everything like that, so I'm really excited as well. Doesn't matter how many times I do this, I still cannot stand apple cider. It's like I'm going to give myself a pep talk every single time I do it. You just got to not think about it. Now this is my probiotic. Oh, okay, I'm done. Let's go to work. Oh my gosh, so it's 5:30 on Wednesday afternoon. I've just finished my supernumerary shift at the hospital. I am beyond exhausted. I have a headache, I'm mentally and physically drained, and I usually work, like that's not the issue, but because I started in a new environment, and even though I had worked there previously, it was just still a lot to learn and a lot to take in. Being in intensive care, like I'm not joking you when they say it is intense, because it is. Came straight home from work with a throbbing headache because I didn't drink enough water. I wasn't feeling the greatest, so Carl went down to buy Subway for dinner. 3 of us had Subway and just gave William a shower, and now Will and I are on our nightly walk before he goes to bed. It was so good being back at my old workplace. It was a little bit like a reunion, being able to see all my old colleagues and catch up with them. It's been almost 3 years since I've worked in that intensive care unit, and it's just funny because it's like everything had changed but nothing had changed at the same time. I can already tell that I'm going to be happy there, both mentally and spiritually happy. I carried a special crystal around in my pocket today just to give me some good vibes, and I think that it worked. But yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm in my singlet top from Stereosonic and my Kmart pajamas, walking my baby who is currently wearing Christmas clothes because I CBF finding other pajamas. If I was to be completely honest, I didn't really want to go on this walk this afternoon, but William really enjoys it and I haven't been very active today, so I just thought, why not? My purpose in life is usually to make my son happy, so what's 20 minutes out of my day? Are you having fun? Brum 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 brum. Brum brum brum, beep beep. Beep beep. What's that? You want to keep going? Okay, mummy, that's enough. Let's get going. And now I have to quickly edit the description of my vlog and make up a thumbnail so I can post it tonight. This one is all about my clean satay sauce. I always try and think about titles for the video that sound interesting but aren't like clickbait, but I find this part just as hard as the editing. Trying to find a thumbnail that's catching, that suits the video and all that sort of stuff, and I always get those nerves before I post because I'm putting my work out there. It's just really nerve-wracking, but I just have to remember why I'm doing it, and I'm doing it because I really enjoy this whole process and I love being creative. Okay, so I've just finished my thumbnail picture. It's probably not my best one in the world, but I'm really not too sure what to do with it, so I'll show you what it looks like before I upload it. And here it is. I am still learning about creativity, but I'm getting there. I found a color scheme that I like, and I've also found the lettering and the kind of structure that I want to do with how I present the wording on my thumbnails. But the other pictures, like behind it and how to put it all together, I'm still just trying to figure all that out. But I can't learn that stuff overnight. It's going to come with time and practice and uploading more. So I'm trying not to be too hard on myself about this stuff. So I really hope that you guys really enjoy this video, because I always get asked about my satay sauce. Like, it's like my #1 thing that people are messaging me about at the moment. So I'm really hoping that you watch it and enjoy it. get something out of it, enjoy the satay sauce because it is absolutely amazing. I'm still pretty tired and I can't wait for William to go to bed, which is in about 40 minutes. Because I'm just going to crash. I've decided I'm going to have an early night. I was supposed to be working a day shift tomorrow, so from 7:30 in the morning to 8 o'clock at night, but they asked me today if I could change to a night shift, so I start at 7:30 at night time and finish at 8 o'clock in the morning. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got the morning with William, which is awesome. Then when he goes to bed, I'm going to do a few things around the house, get dinner ready for the night, and then probably about 3 o'clock I'm probably going to go down for a nap. And about that time, Kyle will wake up from night shift that he's doing tonight, take over the daddy daycare duties, and William is sleeping at his grandparents tomorrow night. I'm so thankful and lucky that we have such an amazing support system to help us look after William when we do weird hours. But yeah, I'm just really lucky. I don't know what we'd do without our family, honestly. We would be lost, and I don't know if I could even go back to work. I think I'm just going to upload this video early. It's 6:25 and I don't usually upload till 8 o'clock at night, but I really don't think I'm gonna make it till that long, so I might go get my phone and tell everyone that it's posted. I really do use Instagram and Snapchat and sometimes my own personal Facebook page as a way to promote my vlogs. I think that's where a lot of my audience is. And then I'm going to give William a bottle and put us all to bed. What are you doing, Bubby? Whoa, Snapchat's changed. Babe, did you see Snapchat's changed? Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I like it. What? Oh, I don't like it. This is literally what I do. I grab my phone and I Snapchat me putting it live. And I also change the link in my Instagram bio before I do anything else. Alright, Instagram's like light is not as good, so I'm just gonna put the blind up a little bit. The most awaited. That's my son. Okay, I'm done. Let's go feed this baby. Hello? Are you wearing Christmas pajamas? Do you want some milk? Sweetie, come on. Come on. You want up? Do you want a milk bottle? So Daddy, can we have a milk bottle please? Please Daddy, we have milk. Hey Bubby, can I have a kiss on the cheek? Oh, that's nice, thank you. Do you want your milk bottle? Do you want your milk bottle? Do you want it? You're being a tag dag. Mummy's gonna fall asleep with you. Oh, you're very cute. Morning guys, it is like 9:20 on Thursday. I have got a 12-hour night shift tonight. So I'm spending the morning with this little guy. We had the worst night's sleep last night. I'm gonna get your boobies. I'm gonna get your boobies. What? You sound like you need to blow your nose. What? Oh, your foot. I got your foot. Oh, why do you do this all the time? You don't know? I don't know either. Oh, that's nice, is it? I'm glad that you like that bit. No, you have it. Tough or Baba. So after William's bottle last night, I went to bed. I fell asleep probably about 7:15 and then woke up at 10 o'clock. Could not get back to sleep until 2 o'clock this morning, which is fine. But then William woke up at 4:30 and didn't go back to sleep till 5:30. So that was really frustrating. But at least he let me have a sleep until 8:30 this morning. Anyway, I am really feeling like acai for breakfast, so I can break my fast in an hour and a half. So I'm picking up one of my twin sisters and we're gonna go get acai with my little boy and go down to the park. So hopefully that works out. I've just picked up my sister. It's not often that we get to have dates with just It's usually all three of us together. I don't usually separate the twins, but Tia, being a snob, and decided she didn't want to hang out with us. So it's just us two and the baby. And we're just going to get some soul press, which is like our favourite acai bowl. Have you actually had an acai bowl better than soul press? No? Neither have I. 31 degrees. I'm really happy that I got changed to a night shift today instead of a day shift so I can enjoy this beautiful weather. Just deciding what we're going to have is always the hardest bit. Do you want acai? Yeah? Okay. What are you going to have?
Maybe the Snickers bar.
Yeah, I think I might get that too actually. Hey Will. Actually, I might get in some.
There you go.
Why would you do that? Will you? Where's the... Oh my god. I know that a lot of people say to me or comment going, I don't know how you do night shift, but this is why I do night shift. It means that I get to spend all day with Will. I get to put him to bed at night. I don't see him overnight, but it's okay because I don't usually see him overnight anyway. And then he goes to daycare in the morning, I sleep, and then I go pick him up, and I hardly miss any time with him. So as much as night shift sucks and being awake overnight isn't always the best thing, it's really easy as a mother to be able to do night shift. Nearly 30 degrees on a weekday, and I'm down the park with my sister and my baby, and I couldn't be happier right now. Will, are you going to go and play at the park, or are you just going to keep pushing your trike around?
Go on the swing.
He's obsessed. Bill, are you going to play? William is at an age right now where he is testing me, and it is driving me insane, and I feel like a bad mum because I'm getting angry at him. But the thing is, he's like squealing, like out of control squealing for no reason other than he doesn't get what he wants. And I'm getting angry at him, and I am telling him off and I feel bad about it, but I just keep reassuring myself that he needs to learn the right from wrong. So yep, he's just gone down for his afternoon nap. I'm going to quickly clean up the lounge room and kitchen area, and then I'm going to go watch the documentary The Secret, because I was watching some YouTube videos about it yesterday and people were saying it was really, really good. So I'm going to go and watch it, and then I'm going to make some dinner for tonight, and then hopefully it'll be close to 3 o'clock and I can go to bed before night shift. So we'll see how we go. Okay, let's get cleaning. Myself some water, put the fan on, go chill out and watch this documentary, and then I'm gonna come into the kitchen and cook some dinner. I'm not really too sure what we're having today, but I am going to use my Thermomix. I know that much because I don't want to be cleaning up heaps, and I have got some chicken and a whole heap of vegetables in the fridge, so I'll figure that out later. I might do some Googling on the couch as well, so I'll check back in with you guys later. Let's do this. The intro is very interesting. It seems to be like all religious stuff so far. So yeah, we'll just see what happens and go from there. I'll let you know what I think of it when I'm finished. Well, that was really worth watching. Honestly, it was fantastic. I learned a lot, but a lot of it is stuff that Tony Robbins is already. Now I'm just cooking some dinner for tonight. Trying to resettle William. You might have seen on my Instagram stories that I had a bit of a rant because he's just been very painful when it comes to sleeping the last week, and I don't want to go backwards, so we are now re-implementing sleep school techniques. Decided to have a chicken and rice Mexican pasta rice bake for dinner. Got the chicken steaming in the Thermomix, and I've got all of my ingredients ready. I really want to make my own Mexican spices, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. I have got so much rice left over from all my cooking this week, so I don't need to make any more rice, but I'm going to make the sauce in a Thermomix, add the chicken in, then stir in some rice with the chicken mixture, bake it in the oven for 10 minutes with a little bit of cheese, and we'll have it with some natural yogurt and guacamole, so it'll be really yummy. Alright, you're going to go to Nanny and Pa's? Oh! You're going to go to Nanny and Pa's? Kiss, Daddy? Where's my kiss? Oh, kiss on the cheek for Mummy? Bye. Kiss on the cheek for Mummy? Bye. Give me a kiss on the cheek. Now give me a kiss on the cheek. Aww. Alright, let's go put you in the car. Go get Daddy. Bye. Bye, Will. See ya. Almost time for me to go to bed. Smells good. Yum! I love my Thermomix so freaking much. Ow! Except when I burn myself. So this sauce was made completely from scratch. The only packaging I did was add the seasoning. And it's absolutely delicious. So many vegetables in here. And I'm putting a little bit of cheese on because last time I put too much on and it was just too overpowering with cheese. Okay, now that it's finally done, I can get my ass into bed, and I'm just going to leave a note for Carl to tell him to heat the oven up to 180 and put it in the oven for 10 minutes, and then it'll be right to eat. So hopefully he'll do that, and by the time I wake up, I will have my dinner cooked. rise in a couple of hours. I have had about 2 hours sleep, and Kyle's only just got home from his parents' house, so that note that I wrote him was useless and pointless. So I'm gonna put the dinner in the oven now and eat it before I go to work. Of today's vlog, and I thought that I would wrap it up with some Q&As about night shift. I know a lot of people are really intrigued by me doing night shift and the fact that my husband does permanent night shift, but I've been nursing for almost 6 years now, and night shift is just a normality for me. I put it out there on my social medias to see if anyone had any questions about night shift, because it is super interesting if you don't know anything about it. So I'm going to do a little Q&A now. The first question is one that I got asked so many times when I put it out there, but Cara has said, how do you work your fasting on nights? I'll be eating from 11 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock at night and just stopping and fasting from there. I'm just gonna have to work through those hunger pangs when I get them overnight. I think a lot of it is just because I am getting tired. But then I wake up from night shift anywhere from 1 till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I obviously haven't got very much time left in my eating day, so I will just be eating bigger meals when I wake up and just until I get all my food in for the day. It's really important for me to be able to get in all the food, because if I'm going to be fasting all overnight, I just need to make sure that I've eaten enough during the day, otherwise I will definitely get hungry. Okay, so Carla has asked, how does it affect your social life working night shift as a nurse? Now that I'm a mum, I think that actually affects my social life more than what working night shift does. I think that is just because it is a lot harder to go out for dinner for me when I've got a baby, so I often see my girlfriends for brunch or lunch now rather than dinner, so I don't think it affects me too much anymore. So Rach, do you find working shift work in general between days and nights, then days off affect your general energy levels? My husband has been a police officer for 10 years and over time I've noticed he doesn't bounce back like he used to. Yes, girlfriend, yes. I was just speaking to someone about this earlier today, that the fact that I do bounce from days to nights, days off, go nights, go days, it is really hard, especially now being a mum. So before I was a mum, I could stay up, go to sleep for as long as I wanted. If I needed to have a nap, I would. I need to go to bed exactly when I get home. I have to wake up at a certain time so I can fall back asleep that night. And I find that because of that, I don't allow my body to rest when it needs to, and my energy levels do take a dip. And I know this might sound silly, but I actually find that day shift wears me out quicker than what night shift does. I do think that shift work in general does affect your energy, your moods, and everything in your life. So Kirsten has asked, do you do day dates as you both work night shift? What is the biggest difference between living the night shift life and the regular day shift life? It's very interesting. Carl and I, before we had William, would quite often go out for breakfast for dates. When William was a newborn and he was easy to take out, we would still continue date night after work, or date night, but now not so much. We usually have our date nights when he has days off. So Carl works Monday to Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday he has off. So it's usually Sunday night that is usually our date night. So the biggest difference between night shift and day shift, I find for me the hardest thing is the fact that you've got to cut everything off so quickly at night time. So if you're going out for dinner, or I'm at my parents' house or Carl's parents' house or whatever it is, if my friends come over, I have to make sure that I cut the date off really quickly so I can go to work. Where, you know, day shift, you don't have to go to work that night, so you can just hang out and do whatever you want. The other thing is too, is I don't like starting work so early. So I like the fact that on my days off, I can, you know, get up, start my day slowly with William and spend the day with him, and then go to work that night. I think it's Micah, I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'd love to know how you manage to sleep as a parent given you work nights. Definitely an interesting topic. Sleep is something that is hard to try and manage. So I sleep after work. I try to do night shifts on the nights that William is at daycare the next day. So William goes to daycare Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I try and do night shift Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights. That way William will be looked after at night time, and then I'll sleep during the day, and then I just pick him up from daycare later that day when I'm ready to get up. So Chelsea, who is another beautiful YouTuber who I absolutely love, I'll leave the link to her channel below. She has asked, how do you cope parenting and not sleeping during the day with a little one? How do you manage eating? Because I understand you do intermittent fasting. Do you eat all night and not eat when you're at work and eat all day? Who looks after baby when you're both at work at night time? So I actually find parenting so much easier on night shift. I don't miss anything really. Because like I said earlier, I work night shifts when he's at daycare, so I still get him up in the morning. I still put him to bed at night time, and nothing changes for him. Unlike if I was to do, you know, a morning or an afternoon shift, I miss out on that time with him. When I'm doing night shift, we haven't really sorted out like what we're going to do long term, but it has worked thus far, and Will's nearly 2 years old now. So he'll either go to his grandparents' house, either my parents or Kyle's parents, or my twin sisters will come and look after him. Kyle's sister helps out and she sleeps here sometimes. My best friend sleeps here sometimes, or sometimes I'm on night shifts when Kyle's not on night shift. So we either get someone to sleep at the house or we take William to his grandparents. I don't like carting him around during the week so much. Like I really do try and avoid him going to other people's place so often, because as you guys might have known, he has had issues with sleeping before, and I find disrupting him too much, he just doesn't deal with it. So we just try and get someone to sleep over. It's really super easy for them. We put William to bed, they just chill out here all night, so it's pretty easy. And the intermittent fasting, I've already answered that one, so yeah. Beautiful Tessa has also asked how Kyle and I manage to keep an intimate relationship considering we work night shift, and that is something that we really juggle with. Like, we don't spend very much time together at night time. This is such an awkward topic to talk about. Regular people, they get to sleep with their partners every night of the week. Kyle and I sleep in the same bed maybe once or twice a week if we're lucky. And throwing in a toddler there who's always around, and you know, I never want to be intimate with my husband while my toddler is awake, because I just freak out that something could happen to him, and I think it's, oh my god, this is so awkward. So we just try and fit things in before work, after William goes to bed, or on our days off. Oh my god, I can't believe I just answered that question. There was one person on Snapchat that asked how I stay awake on night shift. There's a few ways. If I got a really good sleep before work, even if it was just a couple of hours, sometimes that will be enough to just help me get through the night. Sometimes I'm just on such a high from life that I don't actually bother doing night shift, and I stay up all night if I'm working with my friends or have a really interesting patient. If I'm really busy, those things actually keep me awake. If not, I need to turn to some sort of caffeine product and get a caffeine hit to help me stay awake. It's really good because in ICU we get an hour to have our break overnight, so I generally do get a bit of a nap in at work. Okay guys, well that is this video done. I really hope you found it interesting. Working and being a mum is definitely a hard gig, and I see a lot of controversial comments made by stay-at-home mums and working mums, and I just think that as parents we should just support each other, because those of us who do work, we either A, have to, or B, want to, and I don't think we ever should have to justify it. And people who stay at home, like that's their choice, that's their life, and something that they find that works for them. I personally just could not be a stay-at-home mum, and it's only because, and I know this is going to sound terrible, I could not be a mother to William 24/7, 7 days a week. I would go out of my mind. Sometimes I feel a bit guilty, the fact that he just drives me crazy, but work gives me an opportunity to feel like I'm providing for him, feel like I am setting up his future. It gives me mental stimulation. I get adult conversations, and it's just something that I've always really enjoyed. I must say though, I have been a stage just recently where I wasn't enjoying where I was working, and I found it really hard to go to work because I didn't feel valued as an employee. But now that I've changed workplaces and I'm back at the intensive care unit that I started out in, and I feel I've got that job satisfaction again, it's so much easier for me to go to work now. I'd love to know if you guys are working mums or stay-at-home mums and why that choice is good for you. But anyway guys, until I see you guys next time, I wish you nothing but love and light. What? This is so weird. Snapchat's just changed. Look, that's what the stories look like now. Hold on, there's only some people's stories there. Why is there only some people's... Okay, I'm not coping with this change. What the hell? Guys, Snapchat has changed. What the hell? How do I use it? Guys, Snapchat. That's what I do. This is literally what I do. What the hell? How do I use it? Oh, what? There's options. There's options for me to send it to people. Okay. I'm not feeling it. Oh my god, he's taking his food out of his mouth again. Will! Why? Why you not focus? Why? There we go.